everybody, it's Kat from Creative Crafts, and this week's theme is all about weddings. Are you on a budget and you need some quick ideas on how to make cheap but elegant centerpieces and other items that you may need for a keepsake from your wedding? Well, this week is all about weddings. The first thing we're doing this week is today's video is going to be working with wine glasses, all different sizes, to make your beautiful centerpiece. So if you're curious and you want to know exactly what I'm doing, watch further. So today is going to be working with different size wine glasses. I have this huge one, and then I have two a little bit smaller. We're going to use I'm making this for the centerpiece for the bride and groom table. And you can make smaller versions for all the other tables. So let's get started. So the few things that you will need is, of course, the wine glasses, rose petals, the other pieces of the rose, hot glue, and a candle, and a few other items. But I can go as I do this. I will show you what you can do. Let's put this thing on the side. It's the next theme. So what I'm going to do is you make sure your glass is clean. And then I'm going to tip it upside down. And I want to look for the biggest rose that I have. This was the biggest rose. Yeah. So what you do is you want to take the rose apart. So what you're going to do is you're going to take it all apart. It's going to be all glued. But try to save all the pieces without ruining them. Today is a pretty hot day here in Germany. Yeah, we do get warm days. Like I told you, you need to take the roses apart like you see I did here. All extras, just throw it aside, throw it away, whatever. And you take it apart. You need these to put on the glass. I'm not going to put it on the inside because I don't want to do that. Because in the inside, that's where we're going to put a candle. So, and just take all of these apart. Try to make it as neat as possible and keep them all in one piece. I hope I have enough flowers. I think I do, because it's a flower for every one. So this is for this here. These are for the smaller ones because it's a smaller rose. So we're going to do this and take this little piece. We can save it for another thing another day. And now we have it. So I suggest that you start from, like I showed you, like I'm doing here. You're going to put it from exactly how the rose was before. So you want to start with the smallest piece and then put it on top of here. So let's go to the next step. You take the rose petals and you need to fold it in half, and you need to make a little bit of a bigger hole here. So you take your scissors, you can even fold it like this and then go like this. Try to make it neat, not too big. You don't want it too big. You want it to be able to fit around this. Sometimes when you cut it, the petals will fall off from each other. That's okay, no worries. So what we're going to do is you want the nice colored part towards the bottom. So what you're going to do now is we're going to glue, put a little bit of glue here. I don't want to put too much because I'm afraid the glass is going to break. Yeah, that's the right part. And we just put it around. And try not to burn your fingers. And then go to the next side. I have two more pieces here, which I got to glue. So I'll put the glue on the petals instead this time, so I know that I have it where it needs to be. And just stick it on there. And go to the next one. So we need to go like this. You need to make sure that the petals turn inwards. Go like that. Just go like this and it should be fine. So now the petals are inward. Then you go to the next one. I would just suggest maybe just cut it here first and then make the hole just a little bit bigger. so that you don't break off the, I don't want to put petal by petal. So, and then you go to the next one, and what you want to try to do is put it over the area where it's, you see how they're too full here and there's a space. Try to put it, make sure you put it like this, and just keep doing that back and forth. So now we go to the next step. We're going to glue a few of these on the bottom of here before we put the top part on, so you can't even notice that. So before you glue these things on, you need to cut these big ends off. Not the whole thing, just right where that starts. And then you take this piece, put some glue on the end of it, and stick it here in the back. On these things, you're gonna have to maybe hold it a little bit. And if you want, you can also put some glue underneath so that it stays compact with the glass. This is also an idea for people who want to do something different, not like do everything what everyone else is doing. So this is maybe another idea of something a little different. So the next thing we're going to do is, I'm going to stick this on the stem. I don't want to put this part on yet until after I put the stem. So we're going to take this and put it aside. It should be easy doing this part. I don't want to use silver because this is like I told you, a Beauty and Beast theme for my sister. And I hope she likes the idea. So now we're going to take this thing here, and I'm just going to stick glue on the glass instead. So, not too much. And make sure, like I told you before, it's even. So, of course, when you do that, it's going to glue to you. So now, turn it around a little bit. And then now you can glue it. Now that's much better. Much, much better. So I'm going to stick glue on this part here. And go around. Pull it pretty tight if you could. And go over. Go over. Go over. Go over. Make it tight as you can. Yeah, that's much better. See, that is much, much better. Now it's all the way around. And it looks great, I think. So now you tip it upside down. And now we can glue this part on. The part that covers all that area here. So you always want to make sure you save this. So what you can do is just stick some hot glue all around and then cover all that mess. No, well, not a mess. So you can see that it looks like a reel to put our candle in. I decided to use this one. You can use a smaller one, or you can fill it up with water. But because of the fact that the glass goes like this, it wouldn't be a good idea to put something like this unless the water is really high up. You can do that too. So let's do this. I'm going to put the floating candles. I'm going to put these in there. And I'm going to add some water. So everybody, did you miss me? I'm back. So now I got some water and I'm going to fill this up. And then what you can do is you add one of these candles. I would suggest to fill up the water pretty much to the top so it doesn't move around because you don't want it to burn the sides of the glass. So now we do the next one. Let's put this aside for now. I think that looks great. And now I have two of these. So we have to decorate these two to match this glass here. I think that looks great. Just need to take off the tag that I have on here because it's a good brand. So let's leave this on the side. And now we're gonna do the same thing, what we did to that, to this, with these flowers. Let's look for the smallest ones. These are the smallest ones. Like I said, when you're done with this project and before you put it out on the table, make sure you clean up all the spider webs from the glue gun. I try to prevent it, but it doesn't really work out the way I want it. So, and the bride and groom can actually use these glasses if you want. You can always write their names on it. And let me see if I can. I have a white marker. Get something so I can write the name straight. Use anything you can. Let me move this. So I'm gonna, actually I want to stick it down here. Hold it, and then you can write. Let me get. Okay, that's good. Make sure the marker doesn't have too much coming out of it. You don't want to have it dripping. So you want to put bride. Let's see if this works on the glass. I can't write for the life of me. So you can do something like this. So, just make sure you have your glass totally clean. You can always go like this. Put this down. You know, something like this. You can do that. Let's do the next one. What you could do on the glass, big glass, you can put the year on it and the date. Now the next rose. I know I do some things a little bit crazy here. I just, you know, I know I probably confuse the hell of it out of a lot of people here. Because usually when I'm working with a project, I see something else I would rather do than have I seem to always change my mind on what I want to do, so that's a little thing that's not so good about my ways. I always end up starting something and then I end up doing something else. And I accuse the hell out of you guys. I'm sure. I confuse the hell out of you all. So we have our other one. It's a little bit less petals, but like I told you, I thought I had enough, but I didn't. Next time I will have enough, but this is just just give you an idea. So now we're going to take our little thing here so we can use it to write down on. Here I can hold it, and then we can write our groom. I can't write for the life of me, so you guys probably have someone who can do much better than me, most likely. But I'm just doing this just to show you the idea. So, you could say we're done now. This is my little set. You can add other stuff to it if you would like. I can add, if you wanted to, you can add these little pearls to it if you want. To this in the front side here, like this. You know, glue some on there. If you wanted to add a little bit more stuff to it, you could do that. You could do whatever you want. I just wanted to make this simple. Instead of using it as a glass, you can use it as a candle. Put that inside there. You get the other one, and I'll show you. There you go. Have those two inside there. It says bride and groom on it, and then you can just take this candle out, and then you can add maybe some real roses inside it. That would be also an awesome idea. So everybody, here's the finished project. In the middle, I end up putting a white rose inside with some baby breaths. There are some little diamonds on the bottom of it. I put a glass plate on the bottom of the big wine glass that I did. This is an idea what you could do. You could always use white roses. You can use any color rose you want and do different things. What I've done, you can write bride and groom better than I have. But this is just basically an idea. The pen that I use, I can just basically wash it off, the names on it if I wanted to. So, but this is my idea for a great table setting for the bride and groom table. If you can't afford expensive flowers and bouquets, this is an idea. You could use fresh flowers inside the big wine glass. You can find these wine glasses in so many places. In the Dollar Tree shop, you can find them in so many places, not expensive. Same goes for the round glass in the bottom. And the wine glasses, you can probably get them for 99 cents somewhere. But stay tuned for tomorrow. We're going to have another table setting, but for the other tables. That's a surprise. I don't want to tell you exactly what I'm going to be using. If you want, you can follow me on Facebook, Pinterest, Twitter, or Instagram. I have all those too. I will list 3 of them below in this video on the comment section. And please give it a thumbs up, because I would love that if you would enjoy this. If you have any ideas or tips that you would like to give me, please write it below. Any questions, the same thing. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you have not subscribed yet, please do on the button below. And if you want to get notifications on whenever I post a video, please press that tiny little bell on that side. And you'll get right away notification on whenever I post a video. So I love you guys. Thank you so much for watching. Come by again tomorrow and see what's coming up. Bye.